My wife told me I wouldn't be done till after 2, and I did not believe her. But
Judge, I also want to just remind you real quick, we still have the dismissal from your rule on for Lark Kemp.
For Kemp, that was the person where the officer wasn't present, correct?
That's correct, Judge.
Okay. We will address that after Mr. Gibson, okay?
Sounds good.
So for the record, this is State of Georgia versus Terry Gibson. Mr. Gibson is charged in warrant number 2022 WA06461 with committing the offense of theft by shoplifting. And he has a $6,500 bond. Okay. Mr. Gibson is present. He's represented by Miss Attorney Hill. She's present. State is being represented by Attorney Freeman. She's present. Ms. Freeman, you can swear in your witness and present your case.
Thank you, Your Honor. Officer Molina, can you turn on your video and unmute yourself? Would you raise your right hand? You swear and affirm that the testimony about to provide in the matter of State of Georgia versus Terry Gibson will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, to help you God.
So help me God.
Please tell us your name and how you're employed.
Officer Emmanuel Molina with the Riverdale Police Department.
Sir, how long have you worked with the Riverdale Police Department?
A little over 2 years.
Were you working with the Riverdale Police Department on April 12th of 2022?
Yes.
And on that particular day, were you dispatched to the Walmart at 7050 Highway 85 in Riverdale, Georgia?
On that particular day, I was working in off-duty department authorized detail.
I'm sorry, okay. And were you working off-duty detail at that location?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you have occasion to come into contact with a Terry Gibson on that day?
Yes, ma'am.
And please tell us how that contact came to be.
Walmart's loss prevention officer, Mr. Williams, contacted me on my phone while I sat in my patrol vehicle in front of the establishment, in front of Walmart, and notified me saying that there was a black male subject wearing a gray hoodie, black mask, and black pants who exited the garden center area of Walmart with 2 shopping carts, one with a television and the other one with 2 black and colored backpacks filled with unpaid items. He passed all points of sale. And that he was stationary, standing at the MARTA bus stop on Lamar Hutchinson Parkway and the private access road into Walmart. So I drove to that area where he advised the subject would be standing, and I observed Mr. Gibson standing next to 2 shopping carts. I ordered him to get on the ground, and he complied. Mr. Gibson complied the entire time of contact. I detained him. Further investigation revealed that he passed all points of sale with 37 unpaid items totaling $738.16. Further investigation also revealed that Mr. Gibson has quite a rapport with multiple Walmart locations. He's got over 10 cases where he's logged into Walmart's recording system of theft by shoplifting. And apparently it seems that he steals the items to sell them onto the street, which he tried to sell to a semi-truck driver who was next to the MARTA bus stop. That driver advised me that Mr. Gibson tried selling him the items that he had just walked out of Walmart with, but that driver refused to fill a witness statement for him. He wished to be anonymous.
Were you able to recover all the items that Mr. Gibson had taken from Walmart?
Yes.
Did Mr. Gibson make any statements regarding the items that were taken?
He did not make any statements regarding the items, no.
Was there video surveillance of Mr. Gibson, I guess, going past all points of sale?
Yes, that video surveillance is recorded and kept in storage by Walmart and the loss prevention office.
Did all of this take place in Clayton County?
Yes, ma'am.
I have no further questions. Thank you.
Ms. Hill?
Thank you, Judge. Let's see. Just one second. All right, Officer Molina.
Yes, ma'am.
When you arrested Mr. Gibson at the bus stop, was he the only person standing at the bus stop?
I recall possibly 2 other subjects, but they were not fitting the description given to me by the loss prevention officer.
Were they also Black males?
I believe one of them were, the other one I could not recall.
Okay. Could you go through again and describe the type of clothing that you described the person as wearing, the person who left Walmart with the items? Because you went through that kind of fast. Could you restate the type of clothing?
Yes, gray in color, long sleeve hoodie, and a black mask and black pants. I forgot to mention the loss prevention officer himself did come out there and identify Mr. Gibson.
Now, the loss prevention manager, I believe you said his name was Mr. Williams. Did he see, was he watching the video or did he actually see Mr. Gibson? Which one is it?
He was watching on video in the loss prevention office.
Okay, he was watching on the video.
Yes.
And so then Mr. Williams came outside to the bus stop and identified Mr. Gibson?
Yes.
Okay. And how clear is the video surveillance that Mr. Williams would have been watching?
They just installed new cameras that I believe are 4K, so they're extremely clear. You could probably read someone's text messages if you wanted to.
Okay. And let's see, Officer Molina, when you encountered Mr. Gibson on the street, did you said that the carts were right next to him?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. With the list of items, I believe, that are included in your police report, these are all the items that were found in the cart?
There was a television, it's still in the box, obviously, when you get a new TV. There was in one of the carts, and the other cart had 2 in color, black in color backpacks that were filled with miscellaneous items like lotion, soaps, deodorants, etc.
Okay. And did you ask Mr. Gibson whether or not that cart belonged to him?
I did not, because the loss prevention officer advised me that Mr. Gibson was the one who exited the garden area.
Okay. And
with those carts.
And you reviewed the tape and you saw him exit the garden area with the cart?
Yes. Later on, when I came back from the jail.
Okay. Let's see. No further questions, Your Honor.
Any follow-up, Ms. Freeman?
No, Your Honor, the state rests and Officer Molina can be excused.
Okay, sir, you can be excused. Thank you for attending. You can remain if you want, but it's totally up to you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Any argument?
Yeah. Oh, yes, I'm assuming the state waives opening.
Uh-oh. Looks like she's frozen.
No,
Oh, okay.
am I?
Yes, you're back. So you're gonna waive opening?
I am, and Judge, I apologize again. I'm in the office, and it keeps, my message keeps saying internet unstable, but I'm in my office in the building.
Hey, I know the place well, so I understand. Ms. Hill?
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, I'm gonna ask the court, motion the court to dismiss this charge or to reduce it at least to a misdemeanor, because I didn't hear much testimony as to the amount.
I thought I heard over $3,000.
Oh, sorry, I might have missed that. Maybe it froze up. That was a moment where I froze up. Okay.
Oh. Okay. But I did hear, I think it was over $3,000 was the testimony.
Okay, thank you. I
He
think I missed
testified
that.
about he gave the amount that's listed in the WA, the $738.16.
Okay, I'm sorry, I missed that
Okay.
then. Thank you. I
Okay.
definitely knew that, or I would have examined him over that.
Okay.
Your Honor, I'm still gonna ask that you dismiss these charges. I mean, he walked outside and he saw, I mean, they saw my client standing at a bus stop and they saw the items next to, I mean, at the bus stop, in a cart. I mean, I guess that looks like him, but he was just standing there. It could have been, it's a very vague description. I mean, sweatpants and a black hoodie, black shirt. I think it could have been one of many people to have done this. However, just because my client seemed to be at the wrong place at the wrong time, I think he kind of just got a bad rap on this, Your Honor. So I ask that you dismiss.
Well, that's possible, but the testimony I heard was that he fit the description of the person that was seen leaving the store. So that makes it more likely than not that he could be the person. Of course, I don't have the video to make that determination, but I'm allowed to rely upon the testimony.
Yes, Judge, and that's what the state, and based on the testimony provided by Officer Molina, we are asking that one charge is bound over.
Yeah, I think it's sufficient to bind it over to the Superior Court of Clayton County. So that's going to be my determination. Before we get to Mr. Kemp, I was going back through my calendar.
And Judge, may
And-
Officer Molina be excused?
Yes, Officer
Okay.
Molina, you
Thank
may
you,
be
officer.
excused.